different planets and resources. The story primarily unfolds on the desert planet Arrakis. The planet is the only source of the valuable substance known as spice, which grants extended life and enhanced abilities to those who consume it. Traces his role as a leader among the freemen and sets the stage for a larger conflict that will shape the destiny of Arrakis and the entire universe. Chapter of Dune concludes with a pivotal battle and the realization that Paul's journey has only just begun. As the promise fulfilled, the next chapter is begun, where Paul Atreides unites with Chani and the Freemen while seeking revenge against the conspirators who destroyed his family. In a critical juncture, Paul finds himself torn between the love of his life and the destiny of the entire universe. He must prevent a terrible future only he can foresee. In the distant past, precisely a million years ago, on the planet Samaris, a pilot named Mills finds himself persuaded by his wife to embark on a daring 2-year space expedition. The purpose of this perilous journey is to acquire the necessary funds for their daughter Navine's medical treatment as she battles a grave illness. However, fate takes an unexpected turn when Mills' spacecraft is struck by a barrage of asteroids, causing it to plummet and crash lands on an alien planet which, unbeknownst to him, is actually Earth.
The atmosphere is breathable.
With his ship damaged beyond repair, he finds that his passengers have been killed and contemplates suicide until he finds a lone survivor, a young girl named Koa. Mills sends a distress beacon for rescue and decides to take care of Koa. 65 is a 2023 American science fiction film written and directed by Scott Beck and Brian Wood, starring Adam Driver as a space pilot. The movie was released by Sony Pictures on March 10, 2023.
Father Gabriele Amorth, you performed an exorcism.
That was not an exorcism.
The Pope's Exorcist draws its inspiration from the genuine accounts of Father Gabriele Amorth, the Vatican's chief exorcist. It centers around Amorth's relentless pursuit of the truth behind a young boy's terrifying possession, ultimately uncovering a hidden conspiracy that the Vatican has long kept concealed.
The Vatican covered it up. We need to find out why.
You've been played. You talk that
In 1987, in the city of Rome, Father Gabriele Amorth, renowned for his successful exorcisms, embarks on a journey to Spain. Tasked with investigating the unsettling case of young Henry, who is rumored to be under the grip of a powerful unholy spirit, Amorth joins forces with Father Tomás Escobel, a local clergyman, in their determined quest to rid Henry of the malevolent forces that have taken hold of him.
Is the Vatican sealed?
The Church has fought against this demon before.
The Pope's Exorcist is a 2023 supernatural horror film directed by Julius Avery. The film stars Russell Crowe as Amorth, the Vatican's chief exorcist.
There is a case that needs your attention.
Bring me the priest.
Whatever you do, you only do because God allows it.
Did he allow that?
Blood and Gold. This action-packed Netflix film effectively portrays a spaghetti western set in Germany during the spring of 1945, just before the end of World War II. Heinrich, a German deserter soldier, becomes disillusioned with the Axis powers and their murderous actions. After being hanged by a lieutenant colonel, Heinrich is saved by Elsa, a courageous woman who cuts him down and takes him to a remote village. This village holds a hidden Jewish treasure that the Nazis are determined to plunder. As the SS troop relentlessly pursues the valuable treasure, a thrilling search ensues, pitting the villagers against the Nazis. The pursuit of wealth uncovers long-buried secrets and ultimately leads to a violent showdown within the confines of the local church. Directed by Peter Thorwarth, Blood and Gold premiered in Germany on April 21, 2023 at the Fantasy Film Fest and was later released worldwide on May 26, 2023, exclusively on Netflix. Mia and Kyle, two unconventional American teenagers, embark on a journey to Spain with the sole purpose of finding Mia's biological mother. As they explore the captivating cities of Andalusia, their hearts become intertwined, leading them to realize that the true significance lies not in one's biological parentage, but rather in the choices made in life.
So, are you gonna tell me what this trip's about?
This trip is about finding my mom.
Mia, who was born with a heart defect, unfortunately has a limited lifespan, which fuels her desire to locate her biological mother. Despite having a foster family, Mia carries a deep longing to unravel the mysteries surrounding her lineage, armed only with a necklace and a birth certificate as clues. On the other hand, Kyle carries the burden of remorse from a car accident that had devastating consequences for his friends who were also in the vehicle. This tragic incident forever changed their lives, leaving Josh unable to walk and Noah losing his life. As the survivor and the one behind the wheel, Kyle grapples with immense guilt, haunted by the inability to recall the exact details of what happened.
Look at your mom's signature.
It says Maria Astieros.
What if it said Maria Ostieros? And I just found an address.
While they're on road trips together to Spain, Kyle and Mia develop a closer connection, and Kyle even warms up to Mia. As they travel together, they fall in love and start realizing how much they need each other in their lives. See You on Venus is a 2023 movie directed by Joaquin Lamas.
I've died and gone to Venus.
Well, you're certainly not from this world.
It follows the story of an unnamed assassin who lives a highly philosophical life and career path. From the very beginning, he is presented discussing his existence as transcending cosmic repercussions and displaying no apprehension towards the ethical ramifications that may arise from his belief in an afterlife.
This is what it takes.
The film is solely in the perspective of the killer, though he is never given a name. He is devoid of human emotion and he is completely detached. Cold and calculated while still making small mistakes to show that he is still susceptible to error.
Trust no one. Fight only the battle you're paid to fight.
The Killer is a 2023 American action thriller film directed by David Fincher from a screenplay by Andrew Kevin Walker. David Andrew is an American film director. His films, most of which are psychological thrillers, he has always directed amazing-looking photography, and he continues that theme with The Killer.
To fight, ask yourself, what's in it for me? Stick to the plan. Empathy. The
movie is based on the French graphic novel series written by Alexis. The The film stars Michael Fassbender in the title role, alongside Arliss Howard and Charles Parnell.
Hey.
The movie followed the unfortunate accident that results in her husband Alex sustaining a brain injury. His wife Sophia becomes obsessed with an enigmatic portrait that strikingly resembles his previous self.
1937. Kelvin DeVoe. What the?
Nevertheless, as the portrait starts to torment her, she is confronted with the challenge of distinguishing whether it is possessed or if she is experiencing a psychological deterioration. In an attempt to revive his memories, she has returned him to the ancestral estate, but their stay unexpectedly unravels a dark chapter from the past. Sophia's curiosity about the portrait leads to the revelation that the stern forefather was an irredeemably brutal individual. The portrait is a thrill ride with an extraordinary story that gradually uncovers itself. As a matter of fact, it works out at such a leisurely pace that you will not genuinely get the full picture until the last scene. As a matter of fact, however, it has been prodded and, surprisingly, expressed doubtlessly.
He was a genius in this world and beyond.
The Portrait is a 2023 British psychological thriller film directed by Simon Ross, starring Natalia Cordova-Buckle and Ryan Quanten. The Portrait had its North American premiere at the 2023 San Diego Film Festival on October 20th.
We always know that.
Cora, a former member of the Imperium, driven by her desire for redemption from her involvement in the oppressive government, takes it upon herself to assemble. Rebel Moon, Netflix's highly anticipated Christmas blockbuster, is set to make its debut on the platform on December 22, 2023. However, the excitement doesn't stop there as Netflix has made the decision to divide into two parts. The young lady consents to wed a charming prince, unaware that it was a cunning scheme. She finds herself confined within a cavern alongside a fearsome dragon capable of spewing fire, and her survival now depends solely on her intelligence and determination.
It has been our task.
Life years. Therefore, the police arrest Elena and apply a forced procedure to make her donate 38 years of her life. She was pregnant before, and her pregnancy is miscarriage and immediate she transfer is forced to give up 40 years of her life as payment for an insurance debt. A man desperately searches for a way to get them back.